I said I look like I just crawled out of the trailer park. I said that's not very nice to people that live in trailer parks. One of our old roommates.
Why are we throwing shade at trailer parks?
One of our old roommates lived in a trailer park. One Dan Campbell.
I actually lived in a trailer park.
Would you say that to him?
In College Station when I first.
Oh yeah, you in Torno.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not good.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of always rooted for maybe like not a big one, but like a slight tornado to hit it, just for y'all to get like blown over sideways to hear the story. That was it. Nothing dramatic.
That was wild.
Here's one, Corey Fish.
Could you imagine Torno in a tornado?
Nunya looking like John Berthnall on The Punisher. That's a good one. You've probably never seen The Punisher. No chance.
I don't watch stupid movies.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Well, it's The Punisher. It's based on a comic book, so it's got to be good.
The movie or the TV
show.
series?
It's a TV
yeah,
series.
the show is good.
It's based on a comic book. Therefore, it must be good.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Nunya.
I did see a movie. I saw a movie with my mom the other night, and she talked me into going. You know, Seth and I. Seth's usually the person I go to the movies with. We'll go do matinees. We're like the only two people that still go to movies.
Smashing Machine?
Yeah.
Was that good?
You saw it?
Okay, don't tell me either one of y'all actually thought that was going to be good.
Yeah, I know it's going to be good.
Oh, because it's about fighting.
I watched a documentary on it 20 years ago.
I heard that the documentary.
Yeah.
I heard the documentary is much better.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's real life. Yeah, Mark Kerr, great story.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I'm watching this movie. I'm not recommending it. And I thought, you know what people are going to do? They're going to, it's The Rock. I've been conditioned to kiss his ass and say everything he does is good because when I was younger, he was a great wrestler and he's just thrown in our face and everything.
I heard that
Ballers was terrific. And I like The Rock's funny movies. And I loved San Andreas. And I love any end of the world movie. But
is his acting not great in this? Apparently he looks and acts just like Mark
He
Kerr.
looks incredible. And I think his acting was great in it, playing someone that wasn't very interesting in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Like, I kept waiting. I'm just going to sound graphic. Like, I don't know the true story. So for it to be made into a movie, I always kept waiting for someone to get killed, someone to get badly injured in the ring and have this inspirational story. Then he makes a comeback and, I mean, just gets his ass kicked. Sorry, I'm doing spoilers here. This comeback, and I'm waiting for this guy, and he just gets pummeled. The wife.
Drugs.
He and the wife it was very good acting, I thought. But just it just never really, to me, went anywhere. And just at the end, he's like,
the end.
Taking a shower after getting his ass kicked, and he smiles and laughs, and he seems at peace with it. And that's it. Like, I think they're trying. I thought I was like, they're going to give him points because it's The Rock and it's artsy, and it's like music. It's almost like it tried to be like. Remember, what I thought was a really good movie, The Fighter, with Mark Wahlberg.
Fantastic movie. Yeah.
Who was that other actor? He's great.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, like I thought it was trying to do something like that, which not even close, or something like if you ever seen the movie with Mickey Rourke, The Wrestler.
That great movie too.
Where it's like a raw look inside, like the not The Rock, not Stone Cold or Hogan or Cena, like that. This, I didn't think it fell way short. And I looked at the reviews and they said the same.
Yeah.
So
Can I give you a little humble brag here?
Yeah.
I flew to Los Angeles to interview Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg for the movie The Fighter.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you don't care, do you?
No, cool. I do. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I know you've also interviewed Brad Pitt.
I have.
And it looks like you're trying to look like him in
was that movie?
Fight Club?
Yeah.
Fight Club. So let's get into A&M, shall we? Steve, a win against Arkansas would mark the first time A&M started 7-0 since you were here.
Have we acknowledged that I'm the only one here today?
I said it because I had about 13 minutes of segments without
because Seth. Because Seth,
he's too busy playing golf.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
I've got my member guest today.
Got a tournament I've got to go compete at.
Because everyone will miss me if I'm there, and it won't be the same without me. I've got to be there.
And I've got a real shot at winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so.
Yeah, who's his partner? Barry?
Yeah, Barry. Him and Barry are going to win the tournament. Give me a break.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, man, I think this is going to be a big one, honestly. I think Arkansas always gives us trouble. You're going into a hostile environment. I know Arkansas's record sucks, but they got a new coach. This is a game he wants that job, and he knows winning this game would probably help him get that job.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
So I mean, this is a huge win, and I don't think we would take them for granted just because of we respect pretty much every opponent in the SEC, but to me, it's the game where you better go in there and get more than 2.5 good quarters of football. Like, you need to put together a complete game and show everybody that you're not going to stumble your toe against a SEC opponent on the road, that you can go beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Yeah. To me, that's the opportunity that's in front of them. It's just
I like in this,
show them.
A&M went and beat Mississippi State on the road last year. They went and beat Florida on the road. Those teams were down. That's what they need to do to this team. And I know they're not going to play like they're down, but they will if you get on them. If you get a lead over them, they will.
No doubt.
Their crowd will be ready to quiet down and leave. But you have to do that. That is so much easier said than done. And again, all you have to do is look at Arkansas's offensive numbers. Where are our sheets?
They're pretty good.
You have to look at their offensive numbers. Their offense statistically, it's better than A&M's.
Yeah.
And I would say A&M's played its tougher schedule. I'm not sure they have. They haven't. They have not, actually. They both played Notre Dame. Arkansas's played Ole Miss. They've played Tennessee. And by the way, they were driving to beat Ole Miss and fumbled.
Yeah.
They were running out the clock to kick a game-winning field goal against an undefeated and ranked Memphis team, fumbled. They probably beat Tennessee if they don't turn the ball over. I mean, this is a team that could very easily be sitting at 5-1 right now, or 4-2. And if you watch their football, if you were in that building, you're walking around knowing we should be 4-2 or 5-1 right now. Now, with that said, I said it earlier, Steve. A&M's better than Tennessee. I think they're better than Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is one of the more overrated teams in the country right now. I think they're good, but I don't think they're better than Tennessee. They're better than Ole Miss, and they're better than Memphis. They're more comparable, let's just say, like within one play of Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who went down there and were up 42-13 at halftime, and I think what did they win, 49-13 or something? Yep. 52. Like they scored like 42 in the first half and under 10 in the second. Yeah, they could have scored 80. Now, that was 56-13. So they shut them out in the second half. They gave up one touchdown. That's the Notre Dame defense that we scored 41 on. Now, with that said, I think that was lay down and quit day in Fayetteville for Sam Pittman. But I'm just saying, I think the Aggies are as good a team as they've played this year, and the time they stepped up to that offense was a lot more ineffective. Because let's say something. I don't know where I stand on Ole Miss's defense. I know where I stand on Tennessee's defense, because Tennessee beat Arkansas by the same score that A&M that they beat, essentially the same score that they beat Mississippi State with. Those Bulldogs went up there and scored 31 on that Tennessee defense. The Georgia Bulldogs, who struggled to score 20 against Auburn, scored in overtime 40-something against Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is bad. It is metrically, if you watch it, they're bad. So I don't think it's apples to apples comparison. I know they've got a 12 by their name, but if you go play a team like Arkansas with a bad defense, it's going to be a shootout. So if A&M plays their normal defense and they don't take a step back, then I think points will be a lot harder for Arkansas to come by.
No, I'm with you, man. I think, like you said earlier, I think going in and getting a fast start and really setting the tone early in the game is going to be really important. If you give them any kind of energy or hope that they can play with you, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah. Any parallels your freshman year, that team that went the last time we saw 7-0?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of parallels, because we were playing very good complementary football and just had a mentality in the locker room that we were going to win every time we went out.
I think that's the biggest.
It is. I mean, that really does make the biggest difference. The difference between thinking and believing you're going to win and knowing you're going to win. And that's where I think the mindset is starting to shift in this locker room from the we think we're a good team, we think we can go win, to we know we're going to go win this game. Even if it takes us 4 quarters, all 4 quarters, we're going to go win it. And that's what you're seeing.
I think you bring up a great point there, because we all want to compare and contrast, whether it's to 2012 or 2020, the two top 5 finishing SEC teams, where we want to go back to 98 in the Big 12 championship game right after he left, or like you said, the last time A&M got to 7-0. The game's changed so much. Like, you guys couldn't throw.
Yeah.
But that wasn't that abnormal in college football at that time. I mean, yeah, I think there was a trend starting, and A&M was behind that.
There was a
trend
handful
by
of programs that were throwing it around.
Yeah, and like, but A&M they were behind. You know, that was Peyton Manning. You just got to Tennessee. You guys played BYU, and so it was. We were behind the curve, but still, like, it was different the way you went about doing it. And also A&M in that Southwest Conference in those days, you guys had better players than everyone you played generally. You might throw in, Texas at a time. You might throw in, 98, they went and played Florida State, who had better players. But throughout those years, those 90s, A&M, you took the field knowing you had the better players, which A&M will do this weekend.
Yep.
To, maybe not, their skill position guys can match up with ours. But outside of that, I don't think so. But the similarity is this. And the similarity is, like the Big 12 championship team, they didn't have overwhelmingly more talent than everybody they played, which is more like now. You can find little different things, but the common thread is you guys took the field every Saturday believing you were going to win. You guys were led by a coach who conditioned you guys to know, like, every week we prepare the same and we don't slip up, so we can go out there and win on Saturday. And that's what Mike Elko is. And that everybody wants to compare the defensive coach. I think it's more comparable to, he's more comparable to coaches like RC and Jackie here, in that he gets his team prepared every week. And so there will be games that they're going to be prepared. They're going to have the right mindset.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about that part going in. I talked to you earlier about it, these road games. A&M had lost 10 in a row on the road. He's been here for 1.5 seasons exactly. They've won in the Swamp. They've won in Starkville, where we always lose. They went and won at Notre Dame against a top 10 team, which we hadn't done since the late 70s. So I don't think it's about that. I think it's like Steve said. It's about playing 4 really good quarters and not a couple. And if they play 4 really good quarters, then people are going to be really impressed with A&M around the country coming out of this weekend for the way they handled business.
Yeah.
But, by the way, A&M has not allowed more than 17 points in their conference games. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
And I know this is a different caliber of offense, but they've also, A&M, from A&M's offensive perspective, taken on much better defenses than they're going to face this weekend as well.
Yeah, they definitely have. And offensively, I don't think only one game did we score less than 30 points all season.
Auburn.
The Auburn game, which should have been more points.
Oh yeah, I mean that game, that game, but that's what you can't do on Saturday.
Right.
You got to score, and we can't come away going, well, they really moved the ball, but they didn't score. You got to score, and you know it. Now I will say this: we talked about when they played Notre Dame. I wouldn't have thought I'd say this when the Aggies left South Bend. I mean, I was encouraged by some of what they did defensively.
Yeah, but
this A&M defense is absolutely the best defense Arkansas will face this year. And I know people think that Ole Miss has good defense. I don't think Ole Miss has played. Who have they played that plays good offense? I mean,
LSU doesn't.
No, they do not. Tulane is overmatched. Reese, are you looking it up? Ole Miss.
Arkansas.
And they played Arkansas. And they gave up, 26, 28 points. So I think this is without question the best defense that Arkansas will have faced, and I say that knowing they've played Notre Dame.
Angry Elephant News and Social
when I
Center.
walked in.
Yeah, me too. That's interesting.
Who put something on a desk that you can't slide a smooth glass bottle across?
It's interesting. We've had this desk for over a year, and that's
Come on,
the
La
first
Casa.
scratch.
What are we doing?
It's not the first scratch. Look where I sit. I pick at it.
Yeah, what are
every
you
day.
doing?
You
over
and
here?
other people who sit there. Look at my section.
Reese
Perfect.
has something.
So Ohio State, Miami, Indiana, and Texas Tech, that is 4 of the top 7 teams in the country, have a combined 1 ranked opponent left on their schedule, and it's in 3 weeks when
Combined?
combined. 1 ranked opponent, and it's when Texas Tech hosts BYU in 3 weeks, which might not even be a ranked game after this weekend.
Jeez.
Let me take a sip of my coffee out of my Buffalo mug here that Steve skipped the trip.
I didn't know you went.
With that said, and by the way, if BYU beats Utah, then they're off. So almost like regardless, Tech's going to play one at the end of the year when they go to the Big 12 title game, which they will. They're going to play one ranked team all year in 12, whereas a team like A&M will have played what? I guess 4, a third of their games. LSU, Texas, Mizzou, and Notre Dame. That doesn't even count the difference between like a Florida, a Kansas, a Mississippi State, and a Oklahoma State right now. That Mississippi State would beat by 30. It doesn't get, and there are better teams in the Big 12 than that, but Tech misses them this year. They'll play Arizona State this weekend, who's not ranked. Is Leavitt playing?
I haven't heard anything.
I've not read that. I believe so, but I don't know that. But
Probable.
Anyway, going back to Tech, Miami,
Indiana,
and Ohio State, right? 2 things. At least Ohio State and Indiana are going to have to play somebody in their conference championship game. At least Indiana went on the road and played at Oregon. At least Ohio State played Texas. At least Miami challenged themselves in the non-conference. They played Notre Dame. They played Florida State. They played Florida. Like, Texas Tech is an outlier here. And listen, Red Raiders, I don't need all your cacti popping up in my mentions. I think you're really good this year. I watch the games, and I go, that's good football being played. They will be a tough out in the playoff for whoever. It's like and if you have to go to Lubbock, then they're going to be a really tough out, with or without tortillas. And I'm also someone that roots for Joey McGuire, and I'm also someone that believes what Cody Campbell's doing. I salute it and say, go for it. Like, Texas Tech should absolutely be able to play the same game that everybody else does. And if they're one of the few teams that say, hey, this is our opportunity to become great. And if Cody Campbell went and worked his ass off and earned all that money, and I know he didn't, but even if he inherited, it doesn't matter. But I know this guy built all this generational wealth and wants to spend it on his school and the football program he loves. And
More power
wants
to him.
Great. I love that. And I've actually met Cody before and like him. I root for that storyline. But I also, I can say because I root for that, and I also understand that your conference you cannot control. Look at their non-conference schedule while I'm talking, Reese, and it's fine. You don't have to apologize for it because you're going to get into the playoff and be able to prove yourself. That's the beauty of a 12-team playoff. That's the beauty of if you win the lowly Big 12, you will be in the playoff. So you don't have to worry and get overly offended by this, but read me those non-conference teams.
Texas Tech's non-conference is Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State.
Okay.
Oof.
Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. Read me Indiana's non-conference schedule. Because what I'm getting at is these guys like Cignetti and then a lot of the Tech fans, you have no leg to stand on if you complain about people questioning, like, should you be ranked here or here? Just shut up, win your games, go to the playoffs, and prove it. I think this is a really good football team. I think nationally, people are like, I saw J.D. Piquel rank them second on his eyeball test. I'm like, what eyeball test? Like, you're watching them play these sisters of the literal poor. Like, they're playing like various orphanages from around the country, suited up in football uniforms. You can't tell me I'm going to put this team ahead of Miami, who beat Notre Dame and Florida State and South Florida, based on what I've seen them do.
Right.
It's not applicable. You can't. Does that mean they can't beat Miami? No. But
I mean, this is the same thing A&M used to deal with
in the Southwest Conference. You're right.
I mean, all the time.
But there wasn't a playoff. Had there been a playoff, you guys would have been in a lot of them, and you'd had nothing to complain about, or you could have proven everything.
Exactly.
And that, to me, is why, like, Texas Tech, don't get offended. More importantly, the national people, you can be critical of this team not playing anyone. They did control their non-conference schedule. I'm sure there's a million excuses why. Kirby Hocutt, Joey McGuire, they could control that non-conference schedule. You know what? It's probably smart that they didn't. Why would you? Just win the Big 12, get in the playoff. And that strategy has worked for them. But these national people, I think, need to step up and stop. Here's the thing. I see people giving like Tech more credit than a Miami or an A&M. And it's like, look at what the two teams have done. You cannot honestly compare what those two programs have done versus Tech. And they'll say, well, we went into Utah and beat Utah. I'm just telling you, I don't think Utah's that good. I don't think their quarterback is a very good downfield passer. And yeah, I know they got these two highly rated O-linemen. I watched Utah play, and I'm like, those previous Utah teams are a lot better. Mm-hmm. Whittingham, like maybe not this past season, but some of those teams before that were going to Rose Bowls, they beat the absolute piss out of this Utah team. So I'm just saying, like, national media, you can get to a point this season where you're not an evil person to say Tech hasn't played anyone. I'm going to judge them based on who they've played and who they've beaten, and it's not strong enough for me to rank them up here. But what I am going to do is say, I like them in the playoff. They're going to beat somebody, and they might win a couple games. I think they look that good.
All right, let's hit a break here. We'll come back with the final countdown presented by La Casa Tequila. When we come back, the freak and the sleeper of the week.
Hey, and the same thing with Indiana.
Huh.
I'm not jumping. You beat Oregon, who beat Penn State. That's Oregon's whole claim to fame. They beat Penn State. Same thing Northwestern did. Same thing UCLA did, and they beat them by a lot worse. That's all Oregon is hanging their hat on, and that's your biggest win. So, again, this is just put some of these teams in this league, and I'm so sick of hearing these jackasses around the Big Ten right now, these Big Ten truthers. It's like every complete clown that wants engagement can go on there now and start. It's like they followed Portnoy's lead, and it's like everybody that wants to, they complain about the SEC versus the Big Ten, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Billa, they've won the national championship 2 times in a row.
And they've had the best team in the country the last 2 years.
But not the best depth.
Yeah, after that, and they're critical of the SEC's depth. Shut up, man. Like, just watch football. And by the way, here's what I'll leave you with to research during the break, and this is a segue. Look up, I want you to rank the Big Ten's 3 top non-conference wins and compare them to every other conference. Hard assignment.
Yeah, enjoy that. We'll see you in about 2 hours. You wanted to get into some housekeeping, Billy? You had some numbers you wanted to go over?
I just thought it was interesting for these people in these other conferences that just keep yapping. The SEC, and we just did this really quickly, so we could even be missing some. In fact, Ole Miss beating Tulane would even be as good as some of this stuff. But A&M beat Notre Dame, OU beat Michigan, LSU beat Clemson. 2 of those 3 were on the road. Bama beat Wisconsin. That almost doesn't count. the SEC, I think, you can correct me if there's something lower on down there, but they beat the Big 12 3 times. Mississippi State beat Arizona State. Auburn beat Baylor. These are two teams that A&M's already beat that will probably finish certainly in the bottom half of the league, if not much lower. And Missouri beat Kansas. You can read that. Who did Vandy beat in the non-conference? I thought they got somebody too. Go ahead, Nuno.
Okay, I was going to say according to Google, the SEC is 9-3 against other conferences, 4-2 against the ACC, 6-1 against the Big 12, and 2-1 against the Big 10.
Okay, so
pretty good.
And here's your Big 10. Did you find Vandy?
Yeah, Vandy beat Virginia Tech in the non-conference.
Okay, so if you look at the entire Big 10, and it's not even about, Steve, who they beat, it's about who they played.
Yeah.
Like Indiana plays no one, Penn State plays no one, Oregon plays no one in the Look at those 3 teams, those 9 non-conference games. List them, read them. It's insane. Ohio State beat Texas. The conference, Iowa State beat Iowa. And UCLA with 2 G5 losses. Michigan gets stomped at OU. Literally as a 16-team conference, Ohio State over Texas, I think their next biggest win is Nebraska beating Cincinnati on a neutral field in Kansas City.
It's not
The
real strong.
third biggest win might be Illinois beating Duke. Of the entire conference, it's a joke. Now, they can put a big feather this weekend as USC travels to Notre Dame. So you do have to circle. That's big, I think, for the league. The ACC, your biggest wins, we looked at it's like Georgia Tech over Colorado. Florida State over Bama is a big one. That's a mark on the SEC. Miami's got them all. I mean, you don't count Georgia Tech over Colorado. Florida State has a big one. Miami's got 3. Florida State, Florida, and USF. I mean, it's not even remotely comparable. The Big 12, TCU over SMU is a legit win for the league. And, man, I honestly think that's it.
Iowa State over Iowa.
Those are the 2 we said. So they're like 2 that you can even note, and they're 2 you can even note. And then you got the SEC just right off the rip beating Notre Dame, Michigan, and Clemson.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's not even comparable.
Not even
Time
comparable.
for the Freak of the Week.
It's the freak of the week.
Thanks for helping, Billy.
Yep.
So, Steve, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, my freak of the week's got to be Reuben Owens. You know, he's got to carry the weight in the backfield. I'm expecting him to pick up where Le'Veon Moss left off, and hopefully he continues to grow. I mean, he looked really good against Mississippi State. And if you look at his numbers, it's pretty comparable to what Le'Veon's done. But I think the difference is Le'Veon's gotten some of the tough yards when we really needed them. You know, so we'll see if Reuben can match that. Otherwise, I think it could be a long day if we're not able to run the ball effectively.
Yeah. I mean, I think they will run the ball effectively. I think I hope they don't have to kind of sift through and figure out how or who. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where Owens comes in. I think we'll see more Amaro. And then, look, it's a chance for guys like Amari Daniels and E.J. Smith, too.
No doubt.
To show what they can do.
And E.J. looked pretty good the other day.
The Hogs have allowed over 750 yards rushing in their last 3 games combined.
If we can't go up there and run on them, that'd be shocking.
Well, if you go out and run on them, I don't think you lose if you run wild on them. But it is a new defense. It's going to be. I hate the fact that it's a new defense in week 2 of a new defense. It's still the same players.
Yeah, same the players, and it doesn't matter, dude, because we have the Joe Moore nominated offensive line.
Yeah, well, I think if the season
ended,
ended today, I think A&M should win that award, quite frankly. But
I agree.
Your Freak of the Week?
My Freak of the Week is, I like the Owens pick, but I think my Freak of the Week is going to be, I'm going to go Mario Craver.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is his week of a big game. You know, they seem to alternate. And I think neither one of them really had a big game. Last week they both had good games. Craver had the big catch, but I think Craver pops off. I think this is the type of defense where, like, if he can produce some big plays, not just like the one we're watching right now deep down the field, but also catching balls over the middle of the field and turning them into big gains. And then defensively, I'm gonna go with Dalton Brooks.
Okay.
I think Dalton Brooks flies around, makes some plays. I think he looked really good rushing the passer against Florida last week. He's starting to fly to the football. I think he gets his hands on his first interception of the year as well. Would that be his first or his second? I'm trying to think. I think it would be his first of the season.
I'm going to say Cassius Howell. Why not? He just keeps doing it, and Arkansas gives up a bunch of sacks. So
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to go with Cassius Howell. Time for the sleeper of the week, presented by the Sleep Station. Go see Jared McLeod and ask about the Tempur-Pedic or the Purple mattress in the Specs parking lot at Texas and Harvey in front of the Lowe's at William D. Fish and Highway 6 website, thesleepstation.com. Steve?
Yeah, so I'm going to stay in at the same position for my sleeper and go with Morrow.
Okay.
I do think Reuben Owens will carry the weight of the run game, but I think they will rotate those other guys in there. And he's shown some flashes of what he could potentially be. He's got some quickness and some twitch to him. There's no question. So I'm hoping to see him get involved a little bit more in the run game, not just the passing game out of the backfield, and have a big game.
Hayden Schott just texted me asking if I was drinking whiskey. He's got a screenshot of the bottle and then, this mug. I guess you could see, this is like old man on back porch with the first cold front of the year comes through drinking like a hot toddy.
It's not whiskey, though. It's tequila.
This is La Casa Tequila, Hayden. If you want a bottle, let me know. We can have you sponsor it.
Yeah. You forgot. Sleeper
of the week. On a Jared McLeod Sleep Station bed that has helped my sore back this week, but I will not recommend laying on your stomach on the firm Tempur-Pedic for 2+ hours typing a cover story.
That's probably not
It'll jack you up. But then you sleep on the Tempur-Pedic regularly, and it helps you get better. I'm going to go. My sleeper of the week is going to be. I keep going back to these two receivers that I think are going to make big plays, and I know they're going to at some point.
Bobby said they're gonna take out the receivers, right? He's gonna do everything he can. So I could see one of those guys.
I'll go with Terry Bussey this week. I'll go with Terry Bussey this week.
That would be awesome to see him have a breakout game.
Defensively, I'm going to go with. It's cheating. I'm going to go with a couple impact plays from Scooby Williams.
Okay.
Damian Sanford's been balling. Torian York's been having a tremendous year. I think Scooby comes back. He eased back in a little last week, and I think he's hungry to say, "Hey, I want my spot back." Here's a name to keep an eye on as Arkansas throws it, and they're going to do stuff underneath, and keep an eye on A&M defensively, number 7. Tyreek Chappelle at the nickel.
Okay. I'm going to go with Nate Berkshire. Not really a sleeper because he does something every week that catches your eyes, but a sleeper player like, okay, there goes Nate.
Yeah, I like it. The tight ends caught eight passes last week. Yeah. Tight ends and running backs caught 10. So
they may be big again this game.
Put the ball in their hands. Let them work.
Please read us the games.
The first game up is a top 25 SEC matchup as the number 10 LSU Tigers head to Nashville to take on the number 17 Vanderbilt Commodores at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Vanderbilt is 2.5-point favorites.
Can we get records from this past week?
We can. Last week, Steve and Billy, y'all both went 3-2-1.
Okay.
Olin went.
What? Well, no,
dude. We're 4-2. We're not playing this game.
We bet on 3.5.
Yeah,
not 3.
we bet on 3. And that Nuno, we're gifting Nuno because he doesn't understand gambling.
Wait.
We're gifting him.
Gifting Nuno. No.
Point.
I asked. No.
Giving you a tie.
I asked what we should do. I didn't suggest anything. I said, what should we do?
And
here?
we said
we were clear.
Yeah, but why me? There were several others involved in this.
Who's several?
You were the only one in the room we discussed this.
We will never pick an even number again. We will add our own half a point if need be. But Steve and I picked, and Seth, who took, I think, an L there, we picked at 3.5.
Yeah.
And Missouri lost by 3.
But you changed the 3.5 mid-show.
But no, we didn't. We changed it when you immediately asked us. And we said, no, we're not going.
But what I'm saying was at the end of the show.
Yeah, but before we
But
made
you guys
our
all
pick.
had the chance to change your.
Yeah,
No, we didn't.
but I'll give them. I mean, I shouldn't.
You can change it all the way up till game time.
Exactly. They should be punished for this. The show organizers should be punished
I
for not
agree.
organizing it
I
properly.
would punish
But
them.
we're not giving up our half point. You guys get ties.
Thank you for being so.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
I'm not, that's
yeah,
just you guys get ties because you picked 3. We picked it 3.5. We're getting that dub.
Give us the dub.
4-2, Steve. 4-2, Billy. Continue, please, Reese, and make the necessary adjustments.
Okay, so Steve, you went 4-2. Billy, you also went 4-2.
Boom! Yeah.
Let's go.
David, you went 3-3.
Woo!
Wait,
No, he
No.
went
3,
2, 3, and 1.
2, 3, and 1.
2, 3, and 1. Okay, we'll give.
I feel like the sweat beating down your head. Now you're doing math on the show.
I am doing math. on the show. Okay, so this week's first game is LSU.
What did the Walrus do?
Yeah.
Olin Buchanan went 3.
He's not the walrus.
Olin went what?
Olin went 3-3.
Did he have that Bama pick right or wrong?
He would have gotten the tie.
2, 3, and 1.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 1.
Okay. What about Seth?
Seth would have been 4-2 as well.
Okay. He picked the same one with
Yeah.
with us.
And Jamie McCoy still dominating the game.
Yeah, he went 5-1 last week.
Or did he go 5 and 1?
Yes, he went 5-1.
This freaking.
Or did he
guy.
go?
He went.
You're really interested this year because you're right there.
Or did he go 4,
He
1
went,
and 1?
He went 4-1-1.
Okay,
Oh,
make
thank
these
you.
changes. These
Thank
are
you.
significant.
I have never
this
seen.
counts.
By the way, we're leaving the zone. Bye, guys.
By zone.
I've never seen you this interested in it because you're right there. You feel like you're in the
I've
mix.
actually won before. We're just
Yes,
having.
I've been here.
I want this to be. It's become actual content each week.
Yeah.
We're battling. I'm in 2 battles here. I got this one, and halfway through a whole season of picks, I'm 1 pick ahead of Amanda. I'm 1 week behind, 1 pick ahead. I want to win both this year, and Steve wants to win, and we don't want to lose to the Walrus.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose
Nobody's
to
catching Jamie McCoy
to a
at this level.
flippered, tusked beast. How far ahead is you?
He's like 3 games ahead.
He was 4 games ahead.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5 now.
That's pretty good.
It's really good. It's going to be tough,
lot.
but we're going to
That's
try
a
to
lot.
catch him, and we're not going to do it with
We
you
just
guys
need him to
screwing-
have one of those 1 in 5 type.
I
weeks.
had that.
Yeah.
I had that a couple weeks ago.
By the way, this is the TexAgs overtime.
And we also want to keep Olin in the basement, don't
I
we?
agree with you
Do
there.
you disagree with
No,
that?
but I-
Reese, don't you want to see like a historically bad run by someone?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm hate watching OB give
Yeah.
his game picks, but somebody's got to finish
Yeah.
last.
By the way, thank you to the Rogue Shop. If you're having issues sleeping or
Apothecary.
staying asleep, Rogue Shop's THC and CBD gummies can help you get you to sleep, and they also have cannabis, great for those with chronic pain and anxiety. Check out the website, rogueshop.com, for more information. Use the code TexAgs for 10% off of anything.
Chronic
on-
anxiety. They should
website.
market those to the A&M fan base. Really, all college football
Yeah.
fans. I mean, we're sitting here at 6-0 and ranked in the top 5, and I've got chronic anxiety over it, and I've got way less anxiety over it than I ever had. And it's still chronic anxiety.
They should make a BAS gummy. Market
That would be a
Make it
smart idea.
maroon.
Yeah,
Make it,
maroon gummy.
you get nervous in the second quarter? Try one of these.
Just pop a BAS.
Shall we do the games?
Yeah.
Sure, Vandy and LSU.
The first game, the number 10 LSU Tigers at Nashville facing the number 17 Vanderbilt Commodores at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Vanderbilt is 2.5-point favorites.
I'm going to take Vanderbilt.
I think I
Taking
picked.
Pavia.
I think I picked LSU originally. I think I'm going to flip over to Vandy. This week has got me. I'm like, why am I going to bet against Pavia right now in the way he's playing, and
But I really
And-
want LSU to win.
just to set up a bigger
It'll be
game.
worse for A and I don't know.
I think if A&M wins and,
Doesn't really
and
matter.
LSU wins, you're probably talking about College Game Day next weekend. We're not giving LSU any credit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying A&M's going to walk into Death Valley and just roll over them at all, but we're not giving them enough credit because we're watching them thinking they don't look that good. They're still a one-loss team. If they win this weekend, they're probably a top 10 showdown.
Mm-hmm.
If the Aggies handle business, you're going to have a top 5 A&M team and probably a top 10 LSU team in Death Valley at night. That screams one of the top
Game
game
day.
or two of the week.
You know what? I'm changing to LSU.
I'm going to stick with Vandy.
I want LSU to win. I don't want to have to root for Vandy.
I took Vandy.
Okay.
The next game up is a top 10 matchup at Sanford Stadium in Georgia as the number 5 Ole Miss Rebels take on the number 9 Bulldogs at 2:30 on Saturday. Georgia is 7.5-point favorites.
Wow.
Dang.
Give me Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I think Georgia wins, but give me Ole Miss in that one. I just haven't seen it enough out of Georgia in offensively. And I really haven't seen enough in their secondary to think that they're just going to lock up Trinidad Chambliss and that Ole Miss offense. They've got a great running back over there in Oxford right now. Like I just don't. If you're going to give me more than a touchdown, I'll pick Georgia to win. I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
I'll pick Ole Miss to cover.
I'm right there with you, Bill. Give me Ole Miss to cover.
The next game
I
up,
feel like I was too emphatic about that. I should have downplayed it a little bit. I think I talked him into it. Who'd you pick?
I took right there. Which game is it?
you took Georgia to win, Ole Miss to
there
Ole
you go.
Miss to
I
cover.
forgot what game we
Okay.
were on.
The next game up is the third Saturday in October matchup as the number 11 Tennessee Volunteers go to Bryant-Denny to face the number 6 Crimson Tide at 6:30 on Saturday. Alabama is 8.5-point favorites.
I took Tennessee, by the way. Just to get it out.
I'm going to go Alabama.
Tennessee's offense is good. Alabama's defense is good. Alabama's offense is really good. Tennessee's defense is bad. I like Bama to win and cover. This might be one of the rare. I say rare, probably not, but this is going to be, I think, unlike the last few games. I think Alabama's going to put it on them.
A historic matchup in this one as the number 20 USC Trojans head to Notre Dame Stadium to face the number 13 Fighting Irish at 6:30 on Saturday. Notre Dame is 9.5-point favorites.
Wow.
I took USC. I just think that's too big of a number.
It's a big spread.
USC can score.
I'll take USC as well. Also Notre Dame's got a. Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Make your pick.
No, I'm leaning USC too to cover. I think I'm going for Notre Dame to win, but 9.5, man, that's.
And I think the
spread.
Irish win because I think C.J. Carr's a freaking stud, and Aggies have played both these teams recently. One
Lapia's
was
good,
last
too.
year. He's really good. They've got a great receiver at SC right now. Lincoln Riley looks more like a Lincoln Riley offense, but I'm going to go Notre Dame at home. But I'm going to go USC to cover. And Notre Dame has a couple key injuries along their center and one of their best defensive linemen. So I think they've got 2 D linemen that are out
Is it
in
two?
the center. Yeah.
The next game up is a very interesting one as the number 14 Oklahoma Sooners head to Williams-Brice Stadium to face the South Carolina Gamecocks at 11:45 on Saturday. Oklahoma is 5.5-point favorites.
I took South Carolina. I think Oklahoma's going to win, but I took South Carolina. I think what everybody's been telling me, you, Billy, were leading the charge. I know David Edmond has. Oklahoma's not that team we thought.
No, they're
early
not.
on.
I think they're. How's David Edmond doing?
He had surgery and sent his foot pic to the show, which really bothered me.
Sent you a foot pic.
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah.
So you're getting feet pics.
Yeah.
You're cosplaying as a UFC wrestler.
Yeah.
There's
Sounds like
a lot
something not to
going
mess
on.
with. Yeah,
There's a lot going on
here.
these days. Maybe we need to do. The Rock needs to do a movie about you, and I'll be like,
it'd be
I'll
really
be like
boring.
the trailer park character, kind of your buddy from the trailer park. That kind of, I'm like the guy that you least expect to come in and kind of give you some life-saving advice.
You don't have to weigh your chicken every
Hey,
time
man.
you eat, David.
Hey, I'm like this. I've got my Lacaze. I come out of the trailer. Hey, man, you can't keep living like this, Nuno. You're living a lie. You're not You're not in the UFC, man. You never will be. You start crying.
But I've always wanted to be.
And if you're into the feet pics from David Edmond, that's fine. It's okay.
Agreed. Don't send a man your feet, ever.
Okay. With that said, who the hell am I picking? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oklahoma, South Carolina.
Oh,
Oklahoma 5.5-point favorites at Williams-Brice.
I think they're going to sack Sellers a bunch. OU's defense is going to get after him. And I don't trust. I actually think OU wins and covers this one. And I don't even think that. I think South Carolina. Yeah, I think OU goes.
You almost
up
changed your mind there.
No,
It was a moment.
Day game. I'm going to go OU to win by like a touchdown.
I'm gonna take South Carolina. I'm gonna split from the group on this one.
You went with the same pick as your brother. Just
Oh my god,
Nah, you're screwed.
Wow.
that's what I was about to look up. Who all he picked?
and then the last game for the first time since 2013, the number 14 Texas A&M Aggies head to Arkansas to face the Razorbacks at 2:30 on Saturday. Texas A&M is 7.5-point favorites.
I took the Aggies. I think it's going to be a 10-point or more win.
Yeah, I'm going A&M. I don't think we make it that close.
I think all of it sets up in Arkansas's favor, except that Mike Elko and Texas A&M football team. That's the one problem in this perfect plan for what's going on in Fayetteville. You throw in potential weather, and as we sit here today, I haven't checked the weather update, but you throw that in. I'll take Arkansas to cover, Texas A&M to win.
Going against everybody so far.
Yeah, I think the Aggies win. I actually think the Aggies win by a touchdown.
I hope it's not that close.
Well, I always have a hard time with this one because of how the game's always played, and you're doing it up there. Again, I feel very confident in A&M. It might be that they're up by 14 and Arkansas gets a late touchdown. You know, like I just think I think the Aggies win. I'm not. You know, I'm on upset alert enough because it's a road SEC game, and you're playing a team that can score points. But I have confidence in the Aggies to go on the road, handle business, and win. It's hard for me at 7.5 not to go over though, because I do think I see the way that A&M beats them by a lot more than a touchdown. So that is in play, which is a good feeling. But I just think you're always safer to pick the competitive down, 4-quarter SEC road game.
By the way, I'm looking at the weather. So I saw a weathercaster out of Fayetteville say that he thought the rain would move out before the game.
Mm-hmm.
But according to the Weather Channel, thunderstorms beginning at 11 a.m. and continuing through thunderstorms till 4 p.m. and then rain until 11 o'clock at night.
God dang it.
Wow.
So that's the Weather
Got to
Channel.
overcome, man. Got to
Are we
overcome.
expecting lightning?
During the
Thunderstorms would
Yep.
indicate lightning.
Yeah.
I'm not a weather expert, but
Well, I didn't say anything about possible
I don't
lightning
think
delays.
I
so.
don't think could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not cosplaying to be a weatherman, although that
The
would be
word
cool.
thunder.
Thunder doesn't happen
All
without
right,
lightning.
Point number.
Thunder only happens when it's raining.
Is that it?
I guess so. I know this. I know that my method of getting there was canceled about an hour before the show, which was flying out of here straight to Fayetteville. So I'm bummed out about that. So,
You driving
Steve,
now?
unless you want to take a little roadie, so that's in
You go with
play.
LV?
No, I'm not going with Olin, but I'm considering it. I've driven further to less interesting events, and I don't mind doing a little storm tracing through the Ozarks.
It's only about an 8-hour drive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not brutal.
Not great.
All right, not great, not brutal.
Yep. Thank you very much,
I don't
everybody.
mind a long drive if I'm driving place I have never driven.
Yeah.
Like I like a good country ride.
Uh-huh.
I told you this summer I did the Atlanta basically to Nashville. Really pretty. I think that
It's
drive
like
up-
3 hours maybe?
I think that drive might not be that fun for a while, but I think once you get into Arkansas, it'll be pretty beautiful.
Well, that'll do it for the
And no, I'm not
countdown.
taking out any guests. If I do this, I'm going to buy myself so I
Dave and
can
Evan?
call people and sing the whole time.